Hello dear students, how are you all? I hope you all are fine and fantastic. So in the last video, we have seen the ethnical composition of Belgium and Sri Lanka. That time I have told you that we will be learning about the conditions in the country. Okay, so here in this video, we are going to learn about the majoritarianism in Sri Lanka. Now, there may be the question in your mind, what is the meaning of majoritarianism? So children, see, if in a country different community people are living and particular community people are in the majority, okay, like in the case of Belgium also we have seen, and in the case of Sri Lanka also we have seen, that specific community or specific language speaking people are in the majority. So when the majority community people rule over the minority community people, or we can say they dominate to the minority community people. So this concept is called as majoritarianism. Now we will see the majoritarianism in Sri Lanka. Okay, so children, see, Sri Lanka got independence in 1948. In 1948, Sri Lanka got independence. So we all are knowing that already during the ethnical composition we have seen that in Sri Lanka, Sinhala community was a majority community in Sri Lanka. So majority community, Sinhala community saw domination through majoritarianism. They saw domination. They thought that now we are in the majority terms, so we have the right to rule over the country. Whatever the political decisions and whatever the things will be there in the country, that will be according to our own willing. And we are in the majority, so we should lead the country, we should only rule the country. Okay, so they established their they saw domination through majoritarianism. Now, how it happens? What were the states? Okay, so states taken to establish Sinhala supremacy are: in 1956, Act was passed to recognize Sinhala as the only official language, thus disregarding Tamils. Now we all are knowing that Tamil speaking people were also there. We have seen in the last videos. So they gave the official language status to Sinhala language, which was their language. So this is what happened over there. This was the first step towards dominating to the another community or another language speaking community. Okay, so they had given official language status to Sinhala language. We all are knowing that in India also there are various language speaking people living. So we have given we have not what we can say neglected any of the language. We tried to keep the status of all the language in a proper terms, in a proper way, but it was not happening over here. Okay, so this was the first step of this Sinhala supremacy. Now the second is Sinhalas were given favors in university and government jobs. So whenever it comes for the university admissions or university related work, whenever it comes for the government job, so they started giving the preference or favors, we can say, they started giving to the Sinhala community people. नेचुरली अब उन्हीं लोगों को प्रेफरेंस मिल रहा है, बाकी लोगों को नहीं मिल रहा, बाकी लोगों के लिए थोड़ा सा इनजस्टिस हो गया, डिस्क्रिमिनेशन हो गया ना. Are you getting? So third thing which they did is Buddhism was favored and given special protection constitutionally. They favored Buddhism. As we have seen in the last video, most of the Sinhala speaking community people, they were believing in the Buddhist religion. Buddhism they were believing. Okay, so they favored this Buddhism and they gave the special protection to it. This was the third step. In the fourth point, let's see, this all increased the feeling of alienation among Tamils. Obviously, now feeling of alienation means what? थोड़ा सा हमको इनसिक्योर फील होता है ना क्लास में. फॉर एग्जाम्पल जैसे कि क्लास में 3 4 5 तरीके के बच्चे, अलग अलग तरीके के बच्चे होते हैं वैसे. सो किसी को साइंस अच्छा लग रहा है, किसी को मैथ्स अच्छा लग रहा है, किसी को सोशल साइंस, सबको ही वो मोस्टली अच्छा लगता है. तो किसी को साइंस अच्छा लग रहा है, किसी को मैथ्स अच्छा लग रहा है. तो कोई टीचर स्पेसिफिक साइंस में इंटरेस्ट ज्यादा बच्चों को जिसमें है उनको ही ज्यादा फेवर कर रहे हैं, उनको ही उनकी तरफ ही ज्यादा ध्यान दे रहे हैं, तो बाकी लोगों को कुछ अलग फील होगा कि भाई हमारे लिए कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, हमारे लिए मतलब हमारी तरफ ध्यान नहीं दिया जा रहा है। वो जो फीलिंग है डिस्क्रिमिनेशन हमारा हो रहा है, ऐसा जो वो फीलिंग है, दैट फीलिंग इंक्रीज, दैट इज व्हाट वी हैव गिवन हियर द alienation. This all increase the feeling of alienation among Tamils. This was the alienation feeling. I hope you understood from the example. So this all increased the feeling of alienation among Tamils. They were denied to political rights, and Tamils were also denied to the political rights. Getting? So obviously अगर कोई एक specific language speaking वाले people जो majority में हैं, वो अगर इस तरीके के rules बना रहे हैं तो वो हमको dominate कर रहे हैं. And if they are dominating to us, there will not be a good relationship between them and us. So same happened over here. Relation between Tamils and Sinhalas got strained, and obviously now if anybody is dominating to you, anybody is trying to prove he is only supreme over you and he is not giving any kind of justice to you. So in that case, people speak out. They come out and they start speaking opposing to that situation. Yes, and this should be there. Okay, so the same thing they did. Tamils demanded independent Tamil elem. The meaning of elem is state. They started demanding their independent state. Okay, of their community people or their language speaking community people. So they started demanding their independent state, and even along with that they started doing rallies. They started opposing all the conditions which were there in the Sri Lanka. So Tamil demanded independent Tamil elem state, and it started civil war in the country. अब civil war क्या हो जाता है? Civil war मतलब जैसे कि कंट्री में की दो कम्युनिटी के लोगों के बीच में झगड़े अगर हो रहे हैं, they are fighting between each other. Civilians are fighting between each other in the country itself. So they are of the same country, but they all are the civilians, we can say citizens of the country, and they are fighting with each other. That is what the civil war. So civil war started in the country, and now obviously if any war started or any war starts and war happens, so many people killed in that, not only of the Tamil community but as well as this what we can say Sinhala community people even were killed in that wars, civil wars we can say. Are you getting this condition? Are you getting all these conditions? So why this happened? Because one community which feels that they are in the majority and they want themselves to be leader, they want themselves only to dominate other, or they are only supremacy, and that's why these conditions happen in particular country called Sri Lanka. Okay, इसका solution क्या हो सकता था? Solution ये हो सकता था कि they should share their power. What is the name of our chapter? Power sharing. इसका solution हो सकता था कि शायद अगर वो लोग ऐसा कर सके कि कुछ प्रोपोर्शन में सबको सारे बराबर राइट्स दे दिए और पावर को अगर शेयर कर लिया गया, मेजोरिटी वाले ऐसा ना सोचे कि भाई हमने ही रूलिंग करना चाहिए, हमने ही सब कुछ करना चाहिए. इफ दे स्टार्ट शेयरिंग द पावर, तो इसमें कुछ बदलाव शायद हो सकता था. इसके आगे हम देखने वाले हैं कि वहां पे आगे क्या हुआ. That we will be seeing afterwards again while moving in the chapter. Now in this video we have completed the majoritarianism in Sri Lanka. In the next video we will be learning about the majoritarianism in Belgium. Obviously we have seen the ethnical composition of Belgium and in Sri Lanka. Now we have seen the majoritarianism in Sri Lanka, then we will see the majoritarianism in Belgium also in the next video. तो ये सारे पॉइंट्स आपको ध्यान में रखने. एक डिफरेंट एक क्वेश्चन इसके ऊपर बन सकता है that how the people or how the Sinhala community people started establishing their supremacy in Sri Lanka. If this question comes कि किस तरीके से उन्होंने श्रीलंका में हमारी supremacy establish की, how they established their supremacy in Sri Lanka. So these all are the points of your answer. How they established their supremacy in Sri Lanka, what steps they have taken. Okay, established Sinhala supremacy. So these are the points of your answer. What they started doing. Already we have discussed all the points. What kind of changes they started making. I hope it is clear to you all. Majoritarianism in Sri Lanka. So in the next video we will be learning about the Belgium and majoritarianism in Belgium. Okay. So you are requested to read the textbook. Read this part from the textbook. Underline the important points. And if you have any queries, you can ask on enter. Whatever the home assignments teachers are going to give you, you all have to solve that home assignments and send the pics of those home assignment on entire, not on WhatsApp, not on teachers' personal WhatsApp numbers. Okay. So I hope this is clear to you all. This is all for this video. Next video we will see the next topic which already I have told you. Thank you.